Be smart and don't fall for this fourth turning nonsense. For those of you who don't know, there's a belief that every 80 years or so there is a major upheaval that changes the world, wrecks the economy, and then we have to slowly build up just to fall down again after another 80-year period. The idea was presented in the 1980s, and it's been gaining a lot of traction with the advent of social media, especially over the past couple of years. This is one of the models which they try to attribute to a sine curve because it shows some kind of periodicity. If you're a mathematician or anyone like me who has a strong background in mathematics, you realize how ridiculous this is from the start. Random world events do not follow a mathematical model, no matter how hard the quacks want it to be true. I made a post about this earlier and I've attached it to the bottom of the captions. One key detail that a lot of these fourth turning people don't seem to realize is that all of this is subject to interpretation. Perfect example is the Great Depression or the Civil War. These are both periods of extreme tumult that took place in the United States. Between the 1820s to the 1860s, America faced a major depression. Then there was another major depression that happened in the 1870s, and that was called the Long Depression. Both of those depressions wrecked the American economy, and they should have been some of the major troughs and dips, but they weren't because it didn't fit the model. Same thing with World War I. Between 20 to 50 million people died in this war. It left Europe an economic wreck. And in 1920, we had a huge stock market crash that was even worse than the one that took place in the Great Depression. It's just the American economy was able to recover quickly. You are supposed to let data bring you to the conclusions, not the other way around. Then there's the fact that from the beginning of the United States to the 1950s, we were nowhere near as globalized as we are today. This model doesn't take into account that the United States is part of the world economy, meaning something that impacts China, Japan, all of Latin America, or the EU can have a significant impact on the United States in a good or a bad way. And this entire fourth turning model is based on just the United States. It is quite myopic. And the only reason why this idea is gaining a lot of attention again is because there is a lot of economic uncertainty. And like I've said before, there was a great deal of economic uncertainty between the highs and the lows. Even if this model was somehow legitimate, we actually have no idea where we are. I am the Geo Husar, and while this app is still here, let me know what else you want me to debunk. Thanks for watching.